on green. Okay. All right. Coming in hot.
Hey, Doug.
How you doing, man?
Good. As someone who has a heated rivalry with the Lakers and a history himself, just what are your thoughts on the Dennis Schroder situation and how much are you guys going to miss him the next 3 games?
We're playing the Rockets tonight. Dennis is a big piece. He has found a way in a second unit that's stabilized a lot, showed scoring and the intensity that he brings. Obviously unfortunate, but, the league is ruled. All good.
Coach, how can a guy like Steven Adams change the game just purely with his physicality and size?
He's a big man. He's been a fan of his. You watch a kid coming out of another country and he's in Pittsburgh and you're like, man, this big dude, and you watch him. But he understands leverage. What he says a lot of times is he's going to obviously tip the ball. He's going to try to create extra possessions for his team. But then you also see moments where he says, I'm not getting it, and you're not getting it. And he sets incredible screens as well. And from what I hear, he's just an incredible teammate as well. Yeah.
Doug, what changes scout-wise and how you guys plan in a game with Houston when Alpi is playing and when he's not playing?
Yeah, that's a good question. Usage rate for him and where they put him at. A lot of last game we saw him at the elbow. There's pick and rolls that allow, they set good screens. So sometimes you do have to switch, and now all of a sudden elbow is or right around that free throw line is the toughest area to come and double team because there's so many outlets. People are so close. And he's become a really high leverage scorer in that area. His ability to play make as well. I mean, some of the pivots that he uses, offensive rebounding as well. Like he just brings a lot to the game. But that offensive side of him, right around that elbow area, is high level, and he draws fouls as well. So there's a lot that goes into thinking about him and trying to slow him down in that area because he also draws fouls, which can put some of your guys on the bench. It doesn't make it any easier because he's also playing with KD, so he goes out, but you still got to deal with KD. So, but to think about Alpert, he's improved quite a bit, and he's a haul in that area.
Doug, I can't help thinking about your comments before that Laker game about those hallways. Any issue with the timing and how long this decision took, and any clarity on why it took a while for the league to issue the suspension?
None. Yeah. Nice hallway, though.
Hey, Doug, can you just talk about Kevin Durant at this age?
Yeah.
It seems like he's a one of one, just a guy that loves to hoop and somebody that started his career in Seattle. Can you just talk about
it? Yeah. When you think about KD, and I even go to his injury, when he got injured, I was on the radio, and I immediately when he got injured, I said he's going to be the first guy, with the exception of, I think, Dominique Wilkins, in my opinion, that came back from an Achilles injury. And yeah, I don't know what I could tell. Like, he's still getting his buckets and everything. Why I felt that way is probably medicine improved a lot of different things. But to be as tall and long as he is, where his shot is released from, the attention to detail that he puts into his game, how he goes about his business as far as, some of his workouts are epic as far as how hard he goes and those different game shots. That's why he is game ready. And then he usually gets to his spot, not to mention that he's proved it on the biggest stages around the world. So when you think about KD, I would agree with you. A one of one to be that big, have that type of touch and poise, and just be, Iceman comes to mind when you think about self checks like that. Like Ice is getting his KD usually does.
Doug, with when it comes to Dennis, you talked early in the year about how there's the game and there's the fight.
Yeah.
You know, that might be taking it a little bit too literal with Dennis's side, but you've talked about liking the edge that he provides to this team.
Yeah.
Where's the line, though, of where it sort of becomes too much?
I mean, I guess that's a good question. It's fair. Yeah, it's a hard question, though. Like, because how far are you willing to go? That's really the question, is how far are you willing to go? And Dennis is willing to go the distance. It's a fair question, but I mean, the level of physicality, it's not about playing dirty or anything like that, but, then there's the opposite end to that spectrum is who you're playing with and what they're doing. I've been in there, and sometimes people, and you got to defend yourself. But, yeah, Dennis rides with us, period.
And building on that, Doug, I think some people would maybe be hesitant to have the attitude that Dennis has based off of a team record or the score of the game or whatever. How important is it to have a guy like that brings that same fire and intensity regardless of what's happening in the season or the game?
Matt, you're speaking to the standard, my brother. So it's not an importance, it's a necessity. It's the standard. And we're going to get there hell or high water, period. So I love Dennis, and I appreciate the fact that he draws a line in the sand because I know I do, but I'm not on the court. So that's where we start. And then after that, we get to the point where we finish. And along the lines, people going to kick you while you down. They're going to say wild stuff and, report. It all make notes and work hard. And one thing that I know about life and basketball in general is it's cyclical. It'll come back around. And we'll all be here. Yes, appreciate you.